What's up traders, welcome to weekly forex forecast. So in this video I will be doing a complete multi-time frame analysis of some of the hottest currency pairs that we will be trading next week, and you will be trading too. So make sure you stick till the end. The list is a bit longer, but don't worry, I will put a timestamp in description area so that you can watch your favorite pairs. If something you are not trading, you can skip that. So the currency pairs that we will be covering today are Aussie Dollar, Aussie Yen, Aussie Chf, Aussie NZD, Euro CHF, GBPUSD, NZDUSD, Gold USD-CAD, Dollar Yen, USDCHF, USDZAR, USOIL, Euro Dollar, Dollar Index DXY, Dow Jones or US 30, Bitcoin and Ethereum. If you haven't watched my previous week's analysis, I'll put a link in the description. Most of the pairs did exactly the same way I have analyzed, so make sure you watch that to have some confidence about my analysis. If you are new to the channel, let me introduce myself. My name is Nizam. I'm a full-time trader, author, as well as founder of Forex Trading Wizard Academy. I am Forex Wizard, the wizardry, including live trading session, live analysis, strategies, educational content that you will find in this channel will change the way you trade completely. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, and also press that bell notification so that you don't miss out any of this that I post every single day. Also follow me on Instagram at forex.wizard2021. With that being said, let's straight jump onto today's session. Okay guys, so first let's start with Aussie Dollar. Now we will be doing a complete multi-time frame analysis. For those who already know about me, I normally start with higher time frame and then jump onto lower time frame to find proper entry point, and that is the right way to analyze a market. So Aussie Dollar, first of all, let's see what's happening with Aussie Dollar. We'll be starting with monthly and then weekly. We'll jump onto lower time frames such as daily and 4-hour for entry opportunity. So first of all, Aussie Dollar on the monthly time frame, it is now showing bullish momentum. Overall, it was in a downtrend for a very long period of time, but what we saw that last week, due to some very incredible optimistic data from news release, we see that Aussie Dollar currently pushing to the upside, and we could potentially see further push on the monthly time frame. So Aussie Dollar looks bullish still. Let's see on the weekly time frame how the price action is forming. Now on the weekly, it is giving a clear indication of bullish price action. How? Look at this this is the closing candle of the bullish momentum on the weekly time frame. Now what you see, this weekly candle will tell you everything you need to know about the market. As a retail trader, we don't have insiders news, so relying on the news only for trading is not a good idea. We need to look at the price action. That is the only information available to us as a retail trader, and that is an advantage for us, because our we don't trade a big lot like 100 lot, 200 lot, so we can easily use this advantage. So first of all, this weekly candle, what do you see in it that is special, that is telling you bullish? Always when you see a candlestick pattern, you need to look at the low and high of the candle. What you saw, the weekly candles, look at the low of this candle. Okay, if you pay attention, what you saw, basically it crossed back to back 2 weeks candle on the bottom side. Let me draw the line here, you see, and let me zoom in. What you saw, that look at it has created a lower high and then immediately went up, cross all this candle and closed above. This is a perfect example of a bullish engulfer. This resistance has been broken. So there is a resistance here, pardon me, this is the resistance, and there is a resistance here, is broken, closed above, creating a strong bullish engulfer. So when you see this kind of bullish engulfer, you can expect couple of candles to go up. So with that being said, weekly also as well, Aussie dollar is showing a strong bullish momentum. Let's see daily time frame. Now daily we saw that the price was moving along this trend line, so it was creating a trend, and the price broke this trend line. Looks like it will go down, creating a double top here, but instead it grabbed the liquidity from this very important zone. This is a strong buyers area, and we saw that immediately went up. So how we can enter a trade? Then let's go to the 4-hour time frame. Now on the 4-hour, what we see that Aussie dollar also has created another bullish engulfer. So this is another bullish engulfer last session of the trading week. So we could say that Aussie dollar is likely to go much further from here. So how can we enter a trade? Now as you know that on the opening of the new trading week, we need to look at how the price action is forming. We could potentially see a little bit of down, even crossing this here, and then from here we could see an uprise, because this is an uptrending market. It's a promising uptrending market, but in the new trading week we need to see how the price action is forming. So we need to see a new higher high has been created here with maybe another bullish candle or anything like that, because at any point we could potentially see a drop here for a retracement to the downside. So we need to see that the price is ready to go up from here. Then how can we detect? We need to see, as I told you, highly likely that in the new trading week it will come first down. Okay, if it comes down, okay, cross this doji here, create another doji, maybe, you know, a long wick doji, something like that. Okay, something like that, then we're going long with Aussie dollar to the upside with at least 1 to 2 or more risk to reward ratio. So this is the situation with Aussie dollar. Now I have quite a few Aussie pairs that will be bullish, will be looking at bullish. So let's see Aussie CHF. Okay, this one also showing bullish momentum. Weekly, how you see that the same thing happened with this one as well. We see that weekly candle, look at this one here, there is the bottom has crossed the previous week's low and then closed above with a bullish engulfer. So when you see this candle like that, and also you see there are back-to-back gap opening, also strong bullish candle, so you can expect the further rise. So we could see a strong move on Aussie dollar in Aussie CHF as well on the weekly, because when you see the low has been crossed, the previous one, it is a false breakout from the previous level. So that has a strong momentum in it. It has grabbed enough liquidity to push up. So daily time frame, how the price action is forming. Now what do you see that daily, like the Aussie dollar, Aussie CHF also went up. Now we saw a doji has been created. So there are two possibilities from here. We could potentially see from the bottom of the daily candle around from here the price will rise up, or we could potentially see another drop, and you know, from this level of support the price will rise up. So then how we will be entering a trade? Let me draw this level. So this is one level on the daily time frame. There is another level here as a support. So on the 4-hour time frame, what we will be doing, the first one is here. So if we see that the price bounced from here, from this level of support, we need to see a strong bullish candle, any kind of pin bar or, you know, shooting star, any kind of like this from this level, then we will go long from this zone. On the other hand, if we see that this level is broken strongly, then we will be watching price action in this level for going long. So these are the two zones that we will be waiting for going long with Aussie CHF. Now let's see AUDNZD. The same as like all the currency pair, AUDNZD, this is the 4-hour time frame, is bullish. First, let's see weekly time frame. Now weekly, we saw that AUDNZD, there is a strong level of support here. This is a very strong level of support. Here is a one red candle in this whole move. You saw there is a big move to the upside, and one red candle which is not in this move can provide a strong level of support. And this week we saw that the price came down here, tested this support and started to move up. So what is likely to happen in the new trading week? Let's see daily time frame. Now daily, we saw that the price came here, grabbed the liquidity, created a false breakout to the downside and started to push up. So what is likely to happen? Let me draw it. The price likely to go up little bit, come down again, test this this level as a support again, and then likely to go up. So this is the situation could happen with Aussie dollar, because there is a support here, and we could see another support testing, creating maybe an inverted head and shoulder, and then could go up. So let's see on the 4-hour time frame how Aussie dollar could do in that situation. So this is the situation could happen with Aussie dollar. First of all, here already we have a bullish price action. This 4-hour candle are showing a very strong bullish price action. Why? First of all, look at this doji, crossed the previous candle completely, closed above. There has been another doji. Now last hour also there has been another doji. So this is a very strong price action. So as I told you that we could see first move to the upside, and to take that move on the new trading week, if we see a little bit of retracement on the 4-hour time frame, we want to see a little bit of retracement maybe to this level, okay, and then we will go long on this one to take first move to the upside, and we might close our trade if we find the proper entry is around 1.0767, and then we'll see how the price action is forming. So this is the situation with Aussie NZD. Now let's see Euro CHF. Now next week we see that Euro and CHF has quite a few news release, so it could be very volatile. Let's see with the highest time frame on the monthly time frame. Now on the monthly, as I mentioned in quite a few of my analysis, Euro CHF is currently highly bearish. Why? Because you saw that first of all, look at the previous months. This is a textbook bearish engulfer, crossed the high completely, break all these 2 monthly candles, a trend line, and grab the liquidity, closed below with a full body red. So this is a fully bearish engulfer, and as in response we saw this current month the price came down, went up, tested this monthly trend line, and now we see that the price is rejecting to the downside. So I sincerely believe that Euro CHF for the rest of the time of the month we could see drop. So let's see weekly how the price action is forming. Now weekly, after this strong red move, we saw back to back 2 weeks the price went up, and every week you see the previous week has a long week, this week also has a long week, and in the new week, because this is a very strong level of resistance, and also there is a resistance here, so we could potentially see a drop after a little rise and drop on the weekly as well. Let's see on the daily time frame. Now daily we saw already one red candle has been formed. This is also a strong bearish candle. Now what is the situation for the next week? We first could see little bit uprise, test this daily doji up to here, and then we could potentially see a drop on this Euro CHF. So let's see on the 4-hour time frame how the price action will form. Now we see that already you saw there is a shoulder has been created here, and we saw a head here with a consolidation, and let's see, we could potentially see along this zone we want to see a retracement. For this is a 4-hour chart, okay, so we want to see the price already, because it's already has moved, we want to see a significant retracement to the upside along this 20 period moving average and creating a head and shoulder, and then we will look for going short on Euro CHF. So this is the situation with the Euro CHF, and that will be this will be using as a trading plan. So let's see British pound US dollar. By the way guys, this is the trade that we have closed last week on British pound US dollar. It's already there. You see, this is the situation. If I show you on the hourly chart, this is a big trade that we have closed with our VIP member. It is 1:5 risk to reward ratio. And if you want to join my program, learn my strategies, all the strategies, all educational content, as well as if you want to receive trade signal almost every day, then you can, there is a link in the description area. There is a discount going on. It's worth joining. Anyway, if you don't want to join, completely fine, stay with the free channel. I am trying to provide as much value as possible. So let's see on British pound US dollar. Now we see that next week likely to be bullish. All the pairs against dollar, to me dollar is likely to be weaker next week. Let's see what's happening. So first of all, British pound US dollar monthly, how the price action has been created. We see that after this dodgy strong move, now we currently see that again the price came down. Again the buyers buying. So on the monthly it is still bearish, okay, but as you see that monthly the price already came well down. We could potentially see a little more up price before it is dropping again. So next week as well, I strongly believe that British pound US dollar will rise up, though this weekly price action is still bearish. So let's see on the daily how the price action is forming. Okay, so on the daily we see bullish price action, on the weekly we see bearish price action. So this is a little bit of contradictory price action. Let's see how we can synchronize. Now as you see that this is the daily candle, this is a bullish candle. After this bullish engulfer, who you are following me on every day in my live trading session, in my analysis, what did I say? Explain this bullish engulfer. When you see this kind of bullish engulfer, that is a high probability trade setup. This is the daily chart on the British pound US dollar. Now after this daily candle, there are two dodges. You see higher low has been created. So where is likely to go British pound US dollar? To me, next week British pound US dollar is likely to rise up to this level. As you see that there is a strong level of support here. We see that there is a double top. If you consider this is a big double top here, the price broke down and we can see this double top, this support test as a resistance on the daily, and then we will see the continuation to this trend to the downside. So with that being said, British pound US dollar next week likely to go up early. So let's see what happened on the 4 hour. We see that already there is a structure has been created, back to back to bullish candle, back to back to bullish engulfer. So what we will be doing is we will be waiting for the price to test this 20 period moving average and then create a bullish candle like a pin bar or bullish engulfer, and then we will considering going long with British pound US dollar. On the other hand, if we see that the market opens with a big gap and melting to the downside, then definitely we will consider going short. So British pound US dollar is, we have to see how the price action is forming early next week. Now let's see NZDUSD. This is also USD pair. Now NZDUSD has been created same kind of price action as AUDUSD, exactly the same pattern. You see there is a bullish engulfer followed by a doji. So if you have seen the Aussie dollar, then you can you know that what is exactly likely to happen with NZDUSD, bullish. Now if you only trade NZDUSD, then I would suggest you watch Aussie dollar, the first one that I did, then you should be good to understand what will happen with NZDUSD, so I'm not going to make a separate analysis. So let's see gold, okay, how the price action is forming. By the way, if you haven't subscribed yet, then I would suggest you to subscribe to the channel right now. There is a lot of content, live analysis that will change your trading completely. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and also press that bell notification. So let me pause the video so that you have time to subscribe. Great job. Let's start with gold, how we can find a trading opportunity. Now gold on the monthly time frame. So we will be starting with higher time frame first. This is the monthly, almost month, 2 weeks to go still. So we still have a lot of time for this candle to develop which way it is going. But so far we see a big rejection on the gold. You see the gold has went up, created a bubble due to the war and many fundamental issue. We see the price drop down at this point. I sincerely believe that gold will come down further. Why? Let me tell you on the weekly why. Because you see there is a very historical long-term trend line has been broken. So this is you see on the weekly there is a resistance. This is a very long-term historical trend line. Okay, so in this trend line we saw the price went up. At this point, when you see this kind of trend line break, you could see multiple time test as a support before continuing its up move. So this price is still way above this trend line, and I would say that gold is likely to drop further to test this trend line. Let's see on the daily time frame. Now first of all, weekly, let me show you something else. So we see that weekly the price also has created this bearish engulfer with a healthy retracement. So from here, as I told you, we would like to see a drop. So let's see daily. Now daily as well, we see that the price has created, first of all, here double doji. Okay, so if you see after this double doji, the price aggressively broke to the downside. It's a very powerful trade. Now I have a completely separate video on double doji trading. If you want to know, it's a free video on YouTube. The link will be in the description, or jump onto my channel, watch that. It's worth watching. I trade this double doji every single day. It's a very powerful trading strategy. Now gold on the daily, we see that it's quite a few reversal pattern. First of all, here is a reversal pattern followed by a double doji. Now we see that gold has already created here last day of trading week another strong bullish candle. So there is a rejection here, there is a doji here, so it's going to be another head and shoulder pattern. So pattern also very important in trading. So we see a head and shoulder with a bearish engulfer. So what is likely to happen? Let me draw this level of resistance here. You see there is a resistance. We see that there is one red candle here in this green move, and we see there is a red move, a couple of green candle creating a head and shoulder. So I would like to say that let's go to the 4-hour time frame. Now you see that quite a few doji has been created. In the 4-hour as well, we see a mini head and shoulder. The price tried to break up, broke down below. Now on the 4-hour, we have little bit of contradiction here. You see there is a strong bullish candle here. So we need to see that the price is breaking this level, because at any point we could potentially see a rise from here, because there is a lot of buyers in this zone. So what we will be doing in the new trading week is basically we will be waiting for this level to be broken. During the test of this support as resistance, we will trade short with a high risk to reward ratio. So we will be waiting for 1908. The price is already 1921. So we want to see this bullish candle has been broken. That means that this price action is broken, and then we will consider going short. On the other hand, if we see that the price again creating a strong bullish candle here, then we might think for buying. How the price action is forming. Remember, trading is all about probability. No one can tell you with 100% accuracy the market is going this way, buy. And then if you find someone telling you with guarantee that I guarantee gold will fall, gold will rise, then you will blow your account with this person. So stay away from someone who will tell you always that the price will go this way 100%. Okay, they are not trader, they are gambler, or they are just wanna blow your account. So let's see, start with USD Cad monthly. As usual, we will be looking at. Now we see that monthly time frame USD Cad, this current month is still 2 weeks to go. After a uprise to this very important level, we see a head and shoulder on the monthly, and after this head and shoulder we see that the price now dropping. So we could potentially see further drop, maybe to this level or maybe to this level. So USD Cad currently in a bearish move, higher time frame. Let's see on the weekly. Okay, weekly, after this move we saw a doji here, and after this doji we saw that the price went up around 50% of this doji and then now dropping. So this weekly candle is close. This is a very strong bearish candle in USD Cad. So what is likely to happen in the new trading week? The price, there are two possibilities. One possibility is the price likely to open with a gap. In case if this price opened with a gap, okay, and break this level of support, there is a, you see there is a long wick candle here. Let me draw it. So if this long wick candle is broken with a gap opening, okay, then we could potentially see a big move to the downside, and in that case we might see just moving from here. We need a gap and need to see this support is broken. On the other hand, we might see another push to the upside, testing this green doji here, and then from here we could see a move down. Let me draw both of this level, and then we will see on the lower time frame how we can find a trading opportunity. So this is the two situation done in USD Cad. Let's see on the this is the daily. So this is one level, okay, where there is a double top here. You see there is a double top and then dropped. So we could, one way, if it cannot break this level of support, we could see uprise testing this a neckline of this double top and dropping, or on the other hand we could see a gap opening and then dropping based on how over the weekend the market is changing. So let's see. Okay, now this is what we see that on USD Cad is showing a bearish momentum. So you see that the two level already been drawn. What we will be doing in our new trading week, if we see that USD Cad just created a bullish candle at the opening of the market, then we will be waiting for this price to go up, test this one here, and then we will consider going short. On the other hand, if we see that USD Cad, as I told you, open with a gap and broke this level of support here, then we will look for entry opportunity for going short from here with a high risk to reward ratio. In the meantime, if you haven't subscribed yet, smash the like button and also subscribe to the channel. There is a lot to take from here. So dollar yen, let's see how the price action is forming monthly. It's a strongly bullish market, no question about it. The price went well above, broke all this level of monthly support. Now currently the price dollar yen was in 2016, so it's a very now high price, and we could potentially see a drop from here on dollar yen, because dollar is likely to be weaker next week. And now let's see yen, how we see on the weekly back to back. Look at the bottom of this weekly candle. See there is no wick at the bottom, there is no wick at the bottom. So for the two back to back weekly, we saw strong bullish momentum. This week also we could see a bullish candle here, but early next week we could see a drop on the dollar yen. Now it is a highly bullish market. Okay, selling directly is not a good idea, but I still believe that we should consider buying, because as I told you, to go down we need price action. So let's say 4 hour. Okay, now what is the situation? In what situation we will be buying, what situation we will be selling? As I told you, there is a chance of dropping, but it is a very high momentum bullish market. So if dollar yen, you see that there are two doji has been created. Now if we see that in the next trading week the price again created another bullish candle here, then I will be considering buying dollar yen. Okay, on the other hand, if we see that the dollar is falling with a strong move, okay, broke all this level of, you know, this trend line and support here, then we will be considering selling dollar against yen. But still it's a bullish market, buying is a good option, but as I told you, I need to see proper price action. I will every day, as you see that every day I do live streaming, live analysis. I will definitely let you know on this one, because currently it's overextended to the monthly, and on the lower time frame we see a strong bullish momentum. So let's see how the price action is forming. So USDCHF, let's see. Okay, USDCHF currently what we see, a bearish move. Okay, let's see first of all on the monthly. We saw that USDCHF currently has created a strong bullish candle. Now first of all, let's see the low of this candle. You see it just crossed little bit the previous one, so it's a strong bullish momentum, and the body we saw went up, now came down for a retracement, because the price will never go in a straight line. So on the monthly we could see a little bit of drop, little bit based on monthly. On the lower time frame we might see further drop, so we could see up to here, and then again we might see another push to the upside. So next week after this, you see this week the price has created a pin bar. Okay, now next week the price, what is likely to happen on USDCHF, the price primarily come down maybe along this level, and then we could see an up rise. So let's see daily time frame. Now daily we saw that USDCHF after this big move to the upside came down here. Okay, so what we will be doing, this is the daily chart on USDCHF. Basically we will be waiting for a price action to be formed here. Now you see that there is a strong level of support for this move to the downside with this red candle. When you see a big move like this and one candle is not the same color, it's a high probability trade for, you know, going long. So I sincerely believe that USDCHF will come here next week and then will create a push to the upside. So let's see how the price action is forming, and based on the price action forming here, we'll consider going long or short. So I strongly believe that USDCHF will come here, will create a pattern for the bullish move. In that case, we will consider going long with USDCHF. So we see that most of the currency pairs now, you know, contradicting each other. In Aussie dollar, Aussie is stronger. In GBPUSD, GBP looks stronger, but in USDCHF, USD looks weaker. So pardon me, USD looks stronger. So that's what happened when this is the relative currency, as you know that, because when dollar stronger and Aussie dollar also stronger than dollar, it will go up. So that's what happened. That's why we need to see always the price action. Do not, you know, rely on what is happening with other currency may not happen with this currency, because everything is relative. So let's see USDZAR, how the price action is forming. Now USDZAR, this is the daily chart. First of all, let's see on the weekly. Now weekly, this is what happened according to my last week's analysis. What did I say? The price will go up around 50% of this weekly doji, and then will drop, and that is what happened. Now currently, this current week, we saw that USDZAR basically have broken this level of support here. Let me draw it. So this is a level of support with the USDZAR, and we could potentially see further drop on USDZAR, because this is a very strong downtrending market. You saw the price is dropping like that, and we can expect further drop on USDZAR. Let's see daily. Now daily we saw back to back two dodges, rejection from the top side, and the price is creating a trend like this. So this is a downtrending market creating a series of lower high and lower low. So with that being said, USDZAR, what is likely to happen, we could see another push around say this zone here, and then from here we could potentially see a drop. So USDZAR likely to drop next week based on this daily chart and weekly chart, because the price, you see, this is the level of support has been broken completely, tested multiple times as a resistance, and we see a rejection from the top. So US oil, how the price action is forming now. US oil is currently bullish, as you see that this is a trend line. This is the daily chart. Let me show you on the weekly. First of all, weekly we saw that after this green bullish candle back to back 2 weeks, we saw after this pin bar, the price came down again, from this doji. This is the weekly doji. The price grabbed the liquidity from here, created a pattern on the lower time frame, and we see a push up. So from here, what is likely to happen with US oil? As you see that US oil, look at the green candle and look at the red candles. This will tell you which one is going to win in the battle. Green is very strong, right? There is no wick in it. Look at the red. There is a long wick at the bottom. That means the buyers are very strong in this market. So daily, okay, daily we saw a doji here, which was a perfect trade signal for buying from this trend line. Okay, now we see after this bullish engulfer, we see a doji. Now next week, what is likely to happen, the price likely to come down little bit, cross this doji, maybe testing this top of this doji, and likely to go up. So let's see on the 4 hour how this look like. Now on the 4 hour, you see the price came here to test this double bottom here. Okay, there is a double bottom with a higher low. This is a very important price action pattern. I have a completely dedicated video on double bottom, how to analyze double bottom. It's worth watching, free on YouTube. Link in the description section, or jump onto my YouTube channel. That secret no one knows about double bottom, so make sure you watch that. Now in this double bottom, we saw a higher low, and the price went up. You see, came for a retracement, as this is a very strong bullish market. Again, the buyers started to buy. So I believe that next week the price will come for a deeper retracement, because we need to see a test of this previous resistance as a support here, and then likely to go up. So if the price managed to come to this level in this around say 98.99, $100 price level, then I will be considering buying with our student with high risk to reward ratio. So US oil gone. Let's start with euro dollar, how the price action is forming. Now before I begin euro dollar, I give you 5 seconds. Smash the like button and also hit that red subscribe button. Every day I do live streaming. Every day I post analysis. Almost every week I post many educational content and a strategy that is unique and will change the way you trade. So let's see euro dollar. First of all, let's start with higher time frame. Now higher time frame, euro dollar is bearish. Now the price came to this very low. This is a very strong level of support, and we see a bounce from here. So because this is a very strong level of support, euro dollar, we could potentially see further uprise on euro dollar. Let's see how the price action is forming. Let's see on the weekly. Now weekly, we saw that after this doji, previous week also I said the same. After this doji, what did I say? That euro dollar is likely to go up, and the price did exactly what it is. So on the weekly, we could further see, because already you see the price has created a higher low and higher high, right? So, and in this weekly candle, you see this green candle, we see a healthy retracement this week. Basically this, candle week, not week, this candle week is basically a retracement of this move. So in this retracement, we may be seeing further down and then rise up. So euro dollar is currently bullish. Let's see daily. Okay, on the daily, we saw that there is a doji or red candle has been created. We saw that there are two back-to-back shooting star here. Okay, daily shooting star, and then price broke above. So what is likely to happen in the new trading week? I sincerely believe that it will create another candle down on the daily along this zone, and then we could potentially see an up price. So let's see on the 4 hour. Okay, so 4 hour, we have already seen that there has been a bullish candle is created on the 4 hour. Okay, so I strongly believe that the price will come down further down along this zone, and from here we'll see a structure has been created and the price will move in this fashion. So what we will be doing further lower on the euro dollar along these zones, let's say around 1.1014 or 10 around this zone, and from here we will look for a bullish price action on the lower time frame for going long, and I will close my trade along this, because it is highly likely that euro dollar, the price normally moves in this fashion, likely to move along this channel. So this is likely to happen with euro dollar. So this is the euro dollar. Now let's see DXY, how the price action is forming. As you know that DXY is basically a mirror of euro dollar and GBPUSD, this kind of pattern. So next week I believe that dollar is going to be weaker early next week. Let's see first of all monthly with the dollar index. So dollar index, as you see that the price went well above monthly time frame. Now we see primarily rejection, and I sincerely believe that it will come further down from here, maybe along this doji or above this doji, maybe creating a double doji, or even we could see dollar index coming along this monthly trend line. Okay, that's how the price moves along the 50% of this doji, and then we could potentially see an up price. So let's see on the weekly how this is moving. Now this is what we need to keep in mind, that you see the price normally has created an imbalance. Okay, you see the price went up. Normally that is the real trading. You have to look for the imbalance, and whenever you see an imbalance in pricing, the real traders, they normally wait for the balance to be filled. So with that being said, euro dollar is likely to come along this trend line and then continue its uptrend. So let's see on the daily time frame. Okay, so on the daily we saw that euro dollar has got a support here. Okay, this is a gap level and support, and in this support also we saw a double top here as well. Okay, so there is a lot of confluence, there is a support here, there's a double top. Now highly likely that euro dollar will break this support, come to this level, create this kind of pattern, and will go up. So because you see that there is nothing here, this is an imbalance in this price, and DXY is likely to break this to complete this balance, because the market don't like balance, market hate staying in, market hate imbalance. Okay, so with that being said, euro dollar is likely to be bearish next week. Let's see on the 4 hour. Now on the 4 hour we see there is a consolidation and deceleration. Okay, so what is the next area to sell for DXY? I would sincerely believe the price will go up here again to this level, and from here we will be considering selling if we see enough price action confirmation for this move, and we will take a big move on this one as well. So euro dollar, now let's see US30, and then finally we'll see cryptos, and then we'll wrap up. So US30, how the price action is forming. Okay, US30 currently we see started to be bullish. Let's see first of all weekly time frame. Now overall, as you know that this is an overall bullish market. So US30, due to the war situation, we have seen that US30 broke to the downside, okay, due to this crisis, and then US30 started to move up. So weekly we see a strong move. Let's see what is likely to happen on the next week daily time frame. Now you see the price already overextended to the upside. So what is likely to happen is I would wait for a test of this resistance. You see there is a resistance here with this doji here, okay. It is in the past as a support and also here as a support. So if you extend this support, now the best way to buy US oil to wait for a retracement. Let's measure the retracement to take your Fibonacci from the low to the high. So this is where at least 38.2 Fibonacci level, which aligned with this level of as I told you, this is a resistance as a support, and this is where I will be considering buying. Will come down here to test this 20 period moving average as well as 38.2 Fibonacci, and then I will consider buying on this instrument. Let's see BTC USD, how it is doing. Now BTC USD, let's see based on first of all monthly time frame. Now on the monthly, BTC USD, after this green candle, now slowly buyers coming, but is still not strong enough. You see it didn't create any higher high. So weekly, how the price action is forming. Now weekly we saw that the price created couple of a consolidation pattern here, but I strongly believe that still BTC USD is bearish. Okay, so let's see how the price action may form. Okay, let me draw this trend line here. If you draw this, the price moving along this zone. So what is likely to happen? Let's say on the daily time frame. Now why I think that BTC USD is still bearish, look at this one top here. You see the price is still creating series of lower high. You see every time the price couldn't break this high. That is what you need to understand. And look at the support here. Okay, there is a support here. So when you see a support like this and the price creating series of lower high on top of this support, you can expect at some point to break this level of support. So with that being said, you see that BTC USD every time creating series of lower high. So I sincerely believe that it is BTC USD slowly will fall back to the level of support. Again will create another move, and then finally will break this level of support. So until we see this support is broken, because currently the situation we can't neither trade to the long side nor to the downside until this level is broken. So if we see that this support level is broken, then I'll consider selling from this zone with a retest of this support as resistance, because the trend is likely to continue to the downside if it breaks, because you see there is this level is a very, very strong level, and if it breaks we could potentially see that BTC USD falling back to a very, very low level of price. On the other hand, if we see that a strong bounce from this level of support creating a bullish candle breaking all this level to the upside, then I will be considering buying BTC USD. Pardon me. So let's see Ethereum USD, how the price action is forming. Now Ethereum USD is exactly the same situation with BTC USD, so I'll not do a separate analysis. You see the same kind of price action. So what we will be doing is, if the level this support level is broken, then I will be considering selling for this instrument on the retest. On the other hand, if we see that this level on the higher time frame, the price created a strong bullish candle, in that case we'll be considering buying on the retest of this level of trend line as a support. So this is the two situation with crypto. Now these are the trade that we'll be thinking, and we'll be adding more pairs over the weeks, and I might post a midweek update on this one on the weekly forex forecast. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and also press that bell notification. Every week, every day, I'm sending a lot of content that will change the way you trade. Thank you for watching. See you soon with next video.